Great. So this is going to be a really quick transfer 101, just like the key information that you're going to need to know to transfer. You might already know some of this information, and we'll definitely take questions at the end. So at Biola, if you are a transfer student, there are two types of applicants that we will consider. So the first one is a freshman transfer. So this is if you have 14 or less credits after you graduated high school and you're applying to Biola. If you have over that, so 15 or more, you're considered a traditional transfer student. So this is important because it determines what we are going to require when you're applying to Biola. So the admissions requirements are a little bit different. If you're a freshman transfer, so if you've all been in that category of less than 15 units, we are going to actually require your high school transcripts and test scores. So your SAT or your ACT if you've taken those. And we're not going to be looking at your college grades at all because less than 15 units, that means you've taken maybe 2 or 3 classes or you're in the process of taking those classes. So it's a little bit difficult for us to gauge your application with just that. And then if you are also a freshman transfer and you haven't taken the SAT or the ACT because of this year and everything that's going on, don't worry about that. We are doing a process called test optional. So if you have questions on that, we can connect further. But for all other students, 15 units or more after high school graduation, you're considered a traditional transfer student, and we're just going to be looking at your college GPA. For both, we do require that you are a Christian and that you have graduated from high school. In order to apply to Biola, it's actually really easy. You just need to go to biola.edu/apply and just submit your online application. It is a $45 application, but we are waiving that until November 15th. So you have about 6 days to get that application in. It's really easy. It should take you no more than like 30 minutes to an hour to submit that online application. And then we do require the transcript, as I mentioned before, SAT or ACT scores. If you don't have those, that's okay in this season. And then we do require a personal essay as well. In terms of your credits transferring, I know this is a really common question for transfer students. We do require transcripts from every single college that you have attended so that we can give you credit for those classes. You need to have passed the course of the C or better in order for it to actually transfer over for credit. If you are attending a community college in California, there are certain transfer pathways that you might have heard of. So the IGETC, the CSU Breath, the ADT, these are common things that community college counselors will direct students to take. We do accept all of those pathways. So for further information on that, once again, we can definitely connect with you about exactly how that'll transfer in for the degree. But you can know that we will accept those. We accept credits from community colleges. We accept a maximum of 70 units in transfer. And we also accept credits from four-year institutions. So if you're attending like a college or a university already, we will accept an unlimited number of units from four-year institutions. And then if you guys have not seen yet, we do have something called the Transfer Equivalency Tool on our website, which you can actually put in the college that you're currently attending and see how your credits will transfer over. So if you haven't seen it yet, it's a really helpful tool. I would definitely encourage you guys to check that out. And then I know the other big question that students have is about financial aid. So financial aid is just assistance to help students pay for college to come to Biola. So Biola, we definitely do offer a lot of financial aid. Financial aid can be need-based, so based on your FAFSA, so the free application for federal student aid, or non-need based. So it can be based on, if you have a good GPA in school. It can be depending on what major you're planning on declaring at Biola, a number of different things. So how you actually get financial aid at Biola is you complete the Biola application, and then based on that application and your transcripts, you may be eligible for one of our academic scholarships. And then there's other Biola scholarships that you can apply to as well. And then the second part is submitting your FAFSA. So I touched on this a little bit. The FAFSA stands for the Free Application for Federal Student Aid. And this is a federal student aid, financial aid that you could receive. And it'll just help determine if you're eligible for any need-based aid. So this might be the Pell Grant from the federal government. If you're a California resident, this might be the Cal Grant, and any other loans that you may be eligible for as well. So just to sum up everything that I've said, in order to receive financial aid, it's the Biola application plus your FAFSA, which means that you'll receive a financial aid letter and you can apply for more outside scholarships at that point. So finally, I do just want to give you guys some important dates as we're looking towards Biola, the spring and the fall semesters. The FAFSA, it opened on October 1st. So if you are planning on transferring to Biola this upcoming spring semester, make sure that you've submitted your FAFSA for the 2020 to 2021 school year. If you are planning on coming to Biola next fall, you want to fill out the 2021 to 2022 FAFSA. So make sure that you filled out the right one. For Biola, the priority deadline or the early action deadline is November 15th. And as I mentioned, we waive the application fee until then for fall students. If you are interested in nursing or cinema, media arts, or film, they do have different deadlines, so keep that in mind. And then if you are coming to Biola in the spring, our deposit deadline, so when you want to commit to Biola by, is December 1st. Okay, so that's basically it. That's